Well, you may have seen him enter the room not too long ago. This is a man who's always on the go. He doesn't have an 8-hour job. His job is 24/7. He's guiding a really large city. And if you saw him speak last year, you also know he's a dynamic speaker. I'm really delighted to introduce the 57th Mayor of Chicago, Brandon Johnson.
Good evening, everyone. Well, thank you for that introduction. Now there's pressure for me to deliver the speech that Reverend Jesse Jackson delivered in 1983 when he was going to accept the nomination of the Democratic Party. Okay, tough crowd tonight. All right, we'll try it again. But I'm really grateful to be here. Thank you to our Lieutenant Governor, who embodies the true spirit of what it means to be a global leader. And we're grateful for her. To the congressional delegation that's here, thank you to my Congressman Danny Davis and Congressman Jonathan Jackson. I see State Representative LaShawn Ford is here as well. Thank you all for your leadership. I'm truly honored to be with you all today to recognize and celebrate the strong and incredible ties and cooperation between Chicago and, of course, the nation, country of China. First, I do want to thank again Mr. Ni for your steadfastness and your incredible leadership and ongoing partnership between our respective communities. I'm glad that we have some out-of-town guests, so we're grateful for Congressman Ro Khanna, Senator Catherine Cortez Masto. Thank you both for being here. We believe here in the city of Chicago and the state of Illinois that we have the best and the brightest. But it's good to know that there are some folks around this country who understand the assignment in protecting working people and standing up to authoritarianism. So we appreciate your leadership and your tenacity. To our Deputy General Counsel of China in Chicago, Yi Qi Yang, thank you. To our Deputy Director or General of the Ministry of Commerce, Yi Hang Yang. I'm going to get all of these names correct. Thank you. To our former ambassador to China, thank you, Gary Locke, for being here. And of course, to the President and CEO of World Business Chicago, Mr. Phil Clement. Thank you all for being here. I'll try to condense my remarks because I think it's important that not only do we share our collective desire to build on strong relationships to grow our economy, but it's also important that we understand the Chinese business community and their indelible contributions to Chicago's economic development. I have seen a couple of Chinatowns, but there's none like the city of Chicago because Chinatown and the businesses, of course, that are there, they spread throughout the entire city of Chicago. It's the commitment of the Chinese community that represents what I call the soul of Chicago. We see this development through the contributions of Chinese companies like Wansheng, CRRC, and HSG. These investments have created good jobs, fostered technological advancements, but it's really enriching all of our respective communities. You know, China is the only country that Chicago has two sister cities in relationship with, and we are celebrating 40 years of both of these sister cities, Shanghai and Shenyang. So congratulations to the 40 years of commitment and, of course, for generations to come. Over the last 12 years, World Business Chicago in particular has participated in 16 missions to China for learning, development, and of course, cross-cultural exchange. Through the Gateway Cities Agreement signed in 2013, Chicago has connected with 8 major Chinese cities to promote trade, innovation, and of course, most importantly, people-to-people exchange, because that's really what's at stake here. It's not just securing our democracy. It's ensuring that our collective humanity remains front and center in all of the work and the business that we participate in. But it's really a true testament to our strong relationship, and it shows the importance of collaboration and partnership. In fact, this partnership and China's commitment to investing in Chicago has literally helped to create jobs and foster economic growth throughout our beloved city. And right now, we see a rise of the advanced manufacturing and humanoid robotics and AI in markets across the world. But we're proud here in the city of Chicago to be emerging as a leader in the fields. In 2025, you just heard 10 Chinese delegations visited Chicago to delegates visited Chicago to explore opportunities to advance manufacturing, clean technology, food innovation, and robotic sectors that represent the future of our shared economic success. And with the continued partnership and collaboration with powerhouses like China, we can achieve our shared goals of sustainable growth, technology exchange, and innovation. Our city thrives through the exchange of ideas and cultures and opportunities that connect communities and industries across our continents. You know, it was Mayor here in Washington that said that it's the cities around the globe that ultimately make up continents. And it is through this work that is led by our Deputy Mayor, Kenya Merritt, who is in charge of completing many of the incredible projects. But I'm really grateful that she was in charge of this successful trade mission to China focused on strengthening manufacturing and innovative partnerships. Thank you, Deputy Mayor and Interim Commissioner. Kenya Merritt is so great. She's the only person in the administration that has multiple titles. So please give her a big hug when you see her. And finally, I do want to thank again Mr. Penn Nee. You have a very incredible creative way of bringing people together to celebrate your birthday. I think I'm going to use this idea when I announce my candidacy for the, okay, all right. But, you know, to your incredible global company, the longstanding contributions to Chicago's economy as a global partner is really just second to none. Thank you for your bright and your courageous, as well as your intellect and your love for people. Many can attest here today that Chicago offers, I believe, the best supportive environment that's ready to enjoy companies to find their success in this city. My administration, along with World Business Chicago, we remain deeply, deeply committed to helping Chinese companies succeed in our region and to continue the legacy of collaboration and innovation and friendship. This will not only enrich our communities, but it will also strengthen our mutual commitment and understanding and respect for one another, because that's what's most important in this moment. So today, in closing, I challenge all of us to continue to build on these partnerships, to strengthen our relationships, and to build future that will exist not just for those of us who aspire to see transformation today, but we ensure that Chicago and China continue to thrive for generations to come. So God bless you. Enjoy Chicago. Spend as much money as you possibly can, because I need the revenue to pass a budget that's going to protect the people of Chicago from Donald Trump. So it is your responsibility to ensure that Chicago remains the greatest freaking city in the world, the city of Chicago. Thank you all. God bless you. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
I'm just going to empty my wallet right now. There. Tells me to do it, I'm going to do it. I want to thank the mayor and all of our speakers. They've certainly given us a lot to think about and to talk about while we dine, which is the next stage. And while we dine, we're going to be treated to a talk show and an AI robotics dancing performance. So you don't want to miss that. So enjoy your meal, and I'll be back a little later.